saying that I frighten the life out of them when I just come straight in and say hi guys, so I thought I'd hang back a little bit so it weren't quite so scary for you. Now today I'm eating some Indian food. I've got myself a nice chicken tikka masala with some poppadoms and a naan bread. Look at this naan bread, it looks like a giant guitar pick, doesn't it? No. Yeah, so I've got that to eat. To drink with it, I've got a bottle of water because I like the taste of this and I don't want nothing spoiling it, so nice bottle of water made out of recycled plastic, which is yeah, it's not, feels like it's going to disintegrate at any second, but cheers. Okay, so that's the bottle of water. Right, let's get stuck into this. I don't know what I want to do first though. I mean, I guess we've got to do the poppadoms because these are incredibly crunchy. And what I wanted to talk about was being as it's May the 4th and it's like Star Wars Day, I was going to talk to you about Star Wars. And when I first saw it, I think I've said this one a few times before, but you know, not everyone may have heard it. I was about 9 years old, I think, because it didn't actually come out here in the UK anyway, at least. On May the 4th it came out. I think it was Boxing Day, so that'd be December 26th. So, as far as I remember, we didn't go and see it, that's me and my dad, until probably January. So, anyway, it was at the Dominion Theatre in London, and they was really bigging it up, saying, oh, it's in stereo, which was kind of a cool thing back then. 2.1 that nobody'd heard of. It turned out the 0.1, a bit like in 5.1, 6.1, etc., is a subwoofer that they'd built apparently under the stage, or mounted. So, also the screen was apparently the biggest screen you're ever going to see in a cinema or in a theatre. So we was getting all excited, me and my dad, so we went to see this film. And they had all like, there was all like merchandise and stuff. At this book that my dad bought me, and it said about all the characters in it and all their backstory and stuff, you know. Like Darth Vader, who said, he hides himself behind a grotesque mask. So I got that. And then we went in. And this geezer comes out. With a mic. And he goes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are now going to be showing in 70mm stereo 2.1 Star Wars. May the Force be with you. Now before that, they were showing adverts and stuff, and it was this tiny little square screen. So me and my dad are going, it's not all that, is it? It's only small. It's only small. You know, not that big. Anyway, the geezer comes on, says, may the fourth be with you. May the force, sorry. Walks off, all the lights dim. And then the curtains that were like this wide start opening and opening and opening and opening, and they keep opening. And this screen now is huge. Yeah, literally like this. All of a sudden the film starts. And back then, it was just called Star Wars, and that was it. No episode 4. Just Star Wars. So it tells you the story, you know, of what's been going on. Oh, I love curry. And then I'm saying it's huge, you know. This little spaceship, which wasn't little, it looked really big, comes over. Then all of a sudden we hear this rumble. This rumble is the subwoofer that they'd put under the stage. And it was literally shaking and vibrating the whole of the theatre. Then this ship comes over. And it keeps coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. And I was literally like that as a kid watching it, and I thought, oh wow. And you know, the film, because I mean it must have been a big risk, you know, I'm taking a great risk, Vida, making this film. And because nothing like it had been done before, and no one knew how the audience were going to react. And turns out, well, it's Star Wars, you know. We all know what happened. And it's funny because I've got a little story. Apparently, George Lucas offered Alec Guinness, he gave him a choice. He said, you can either be paid a wage, you know, and be paid for it, or we'll give you something like 20%, take no pay, and take 20% of everything it makes. And Alec Guinness, you know, I mean, this is how, you know, pessimistic people were about it. He went, no, I'll take the wage. So they paid him. You know, had he taken the percentage, now he would have just made millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of pounds. But, you know, who was to know? You know, that's the thing. No one was to know, were they? It was just going to be so successful. But it was quite an experience, because the bit when Vader, you know, is confronting the guy in the chair, and he goes, don't try and frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader. You know, your dedication to this dying religion didn't help find the missing data tapes. And then he just goes, and he goes, oh. Well, when he's doing that, again, the whole of the theatre was shaking. like VHS. Oh. And that came sort of much later, like Betamax and VHS, and the little abridged versions you got on little 8mm projectors. But it wasn't until many years later when we finally got sort of, surround sound amps of our own and subwoofers. You could finally experience all those sort of rumbles and deep booms. Oh, please don't fall off. Oh. But it was a brilliant experience. It was like it looked great as well because it was on 70mm film. But the sound, I mean, compared to now, you can get amps and speakers that are just as good in your living room, But back then, it was quite a new thing, The closest we could get was when you got a 16mm projector and you took the front part off, revealing the projector itself. Inside there was a speaker that you plugged into the back of the projector, and then you could put the speaker somewhere in the living room and sort of turn it up, and that was about the closest to surround sound, which would be 1.0. Great days though. That is so nice. Absolutely delicious. Me and fiancée driver's license tonight. I'm gonna have a Star Wars night because it's May the 4th. So, we're gonna take advantage of that. Watch all the Star Wars movies. Well, maybe not all of them, but all the good ones. Oh, guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's so good